All right, guys, so we're gonna finish off the last part of the Q&As. Yes, I'm making this 3 parts so I can get to a little more questions. We're gonna keep this under 10 minutes or 10 minutes. We'll just let the video play. But let's get on to the question. So let's see, first question. This question is from Pissoning Aesthetics. When are you going to do a food challenge with Lord Vader, faggot? You guys are funny. Obviously, it'd be cool to bring Jason along for a food challenge. I think it'd be funny. But, you know, he is in contest prep. I doubt he'd really want to go and watch me eat food. And I wouldn't want to bring him to watch me eat food anyways. But, yeah, I will most definitely bring Jason, as long as he's cool with it, to a food challenge. Maybe him doing also, or have like a contest who can eat more food at a buffet or something like that. That'd be really hilarious for the mints. So, yeah, just after his competition. And that is, what, 5 weeks from now? 5 or 6 weeks from now? So, we'll see in the future. Okay, this is a question from Ben Bacon. How's your relationship with your parents after what happened in your past? Do they forgive you? And yes, they have forgiven me. I have a really good relationship with both my dad and my mom. I honestly, if it wasn't for my dad that gave me continued support, especially when I was going through my drug addiction, I couldn't even tell you where I'd be. I most definitely wouldn't have been able to quit as I probably wouldn't have been able to quit without his support, because when I actually did officially get off drugs, he let me come back into his home so I can, you know, clean my mind up, eat normal, get some rest, and he just supported me on that. So yes, me and my parents have a strong relationship still to this day, and I have done some pretty stupid stuff, you know, with my parents, and just dumb things that, you know, obviously I regret. But yes, we have a wonderful relationship. This is a question from Push Pull Present. First of all, congrats, Nate. And my question is, where do you see yourself going with your eating talent? That is a good question. I honestly don't know. This is all kind of real newish to me. You know, I was into doing the whole 15K, 10K, maybe even 20K day stuff, and I actually enjoy, and I know I said this in the previous video, I actually do enjoy eating more volume of food in one sitting instead of binge eating all day. Yeah, just my preferences. But I don't know. I know I do plan on doing contests and eating contests sometime soon. I already have something set up, but I'll tell you guys along as you know, the days go along, and the sooner it gets to it, I'll start to unravel it. But right now, I'm just gonna keep it under wraps and just take it as it goes. But yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty weird talent, to be honest. I don't even want to call it a talent. I just think it's probably just like a hobby or something like that. But yeah, it's fun, and I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it. Okay, this is a question from Richie Pachero. I don't know if I said that right. But what's your main diet / nutrition like? Food, supplements, etc. Now, supplements, I do take protein powders, not so much. Lately, I've just been taking protein powder just when I wake up, just to get the extra protein in. But my food, I usually keep, if you guys want to know macros, I really don't calculate macros. It's usually a range, and I think I've said this in the previous video, but I usually aim to, depending on how much work I do out the day and how active I am throughout the day, I usually try to target around anywhere between 2,700 to 3,500 calories in a day. And especially on leg days, I'll try to get up to around 3,500. But for macros, normally I try to hit anywhere between 205 to 250 grams of protein. Anywhere, it doesn't really matter to me, just as long as I get somewhere above 205. Carbohydrates, really it fluctuates. Some days I only eat like 250 grams. Some days I eat over 400, 500 grams, depending on how much protein I take for the day and how much fats I take for the day. And fats, I usually stick around 60 to 80 grams, nothing too high in fats, unless it obviously is a cheat day, then, you know, I don't count macros at all. But yeah, that's how my diet is normally throughout the week. And supplements, vitamin, you know, just a morning vitamin, multivitamin. I do take sometimes digestive enzymes to help digest food, depending on how big the foods I eat are or how big the meal is. But as far as that with supplements, that's pretty much it. Okay, here's a question from Jalia Z. I hope I said that right, but what's the scariest thing that has happened to you? Okay, this is a weird story, so I'll just try to go about this one quick. This was when I was into the whole drug, the drug addict and into doing stupid stuff. But I remember I got into like a little confrontation, and I had went to one of my buddy's house, and somebody wanted to come meet up with me, and I was a little sketched out about it, obviously because I'm paranoid because I'm on drugs. But I ended up going to a car, and then the car pulled up behind me, and the guy walked in and he had a gun, so he knocked on the door. He's like, "Let me in, I gotta talk to you." And I didn't really know what to expect, and I guess apparently somebody had got robbed, and I was being blamed for it, which I was not the person that robbed him. And I was in the front seat and he was in the back seat, and he had a pistol, and he was saying, he's like, I don't want to have to use this. He's like, but I need to know what happened. And like one thing led to another. We ended up talking it out, and he ended up listening and whatever like that. But I was still sketched out, because when you're in that type of scenario where it's life and death and the gun is involved, anything can happen, especially when you're involved with drugs and crime and things like that. You just never know what to expect, especially in Vegas. The crime rate is so high. Shootings happen every day. You just never know what to expect with people that are under drugs or under the influence. So that was a pretty scary time. I've had a couple of incidences like that, but that's one I can vaguely remember. Here's a funny one. This one's from Balrochama. Man, I just don't know how to pronounce these. But on a scale from 1 to 5, how bad does Jason stink? Haha, congrats. I never really noticed Jason's smell, like, people always say, like on the Del Rey Misfits, like a lot of people know him from smelling his stench or his odor. There's only one time that I actually like smelt it, and I was in the bathroom filming him pose, and there was one time I ever did it because I always refused to do that. That was mostly like Andrew's or somebody else's job or somebody to do that, but I agreed to do it. And when I went into the bathroom, he took off his shoes, and like literally I can't even describe the smell. It was so bad. It like literally as soon as the smell touched my nose, it like literally stunk. It like stinged my nostrils, and like I started tearing. I think I have it in one of my videos, like an old video, I think, where we went to Chipotle like that. But yeah, and I didn't even let him ride in my car because of that. I did not want that smell in my car. So I actually followed him when we drove to Chipotle and ate. But yeah, that was the only time I actually smelt him, and it hurt. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Okay, here's a question from Back to Back 13. How big are your arms, and what's your max on the bench? My arms are just about 17 inches. My max on the bench right now, the last time, I don't really do max outs, but the last time that I did 3 plates was when I was at the Europa with Devin and Nick Wright and Raphael, and I actually hit 315 on that. Right now, I think I could still hit 315, but at the moment I'm having really bad shoulder issues, so I'm having to lighten up the weight a lot and kind of just work on my form to try to eliminate shoulder pain. So right now I probably hit 300, probably 305 for a good pause rep, but I don't know any more than that. All right, Lanny, I'm gonna answer your question. Okay, Lanny PR Strength. When you, he's so funny. When are you and Allison Maxwell gonna go on your first date? Shout out. First of all, Allison lives in Ohio and she has a boyfriend. And second of all, forever alone right here. But yeah, I told you I'd answer that question. I know you messaged me on Facebook. I answered it. Yeah, shout out to Lanny. Yeah, he's pretty cool. One of those trolls on the internet. You're one of those famous trolls. But yeah, so yeah, Allison, she's just a friend, you know what I mean? Cool girl, definitely. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I'm sorry if I didn't get to every single question. I know I possibly can't. I had like 100 and something comments in it, and there's no way I could get to every single one without making like 10 videos on this series. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Also, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, if you guys could follow me there, because I am doing another food challenge tomorrow, Friday, and it's gonna be a pretty big one. So if you guys aren't following me, I posted a picture of the challenge that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be probably the biggest challenge that I've done yet. It is gonna be the biggest challenge I've done yet. And I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. This might be the one. This might be the one. So yeah, so look forward to that one tomorrow. I'm excited about it, kind of excited, nervous, you know how I get before my food challenges. But yeah, it should be fun. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you guys like my videos and whatnot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.